Alright, so now we're going to take a look at the entirety of the trailer and stuff. More frame by frame, skimming through it. First of all, of course, we have all this real life stuff that's not really got anything interesting. Just people talking a bit. Now here they're showing officers. Don't think there's a lot. What's that say? World map. So no. Time to skim through it, and I'll see you if I find anything important or interesting. So this is pretty much the first gameplay they show off. Very not much to see here. Of course, you can just see the streets, things. Not much. There's this character, which they didn't really explain who this is. They showed him a lot, but they never really told who it is. He's probably like the leader of that sect, something like that. He'll probably have a main role in the storyline. Curious. And here you can see some of the artwork they showed, like just kids having fun, and I think that's important. They chose a character that appeals more to the audience of the game. Aiden was a bit of an older, boring guy whose motives probably didn't really click much with the audience, whereas this guy, I think his motives are definitely going to click much with the audience, which is going to be great. Oh yeah, take a look at those graphics, everybody. They're probably not gonna be the same once the game releases. Well, I mean, they might be. Who knows? It's Watch Dogs after all. We've come to expect this now. Right, so here we have the cinematic world premiere, which it's cinematic, yet if we take a look at stuff like this, it looks... This is not cinematic, whereas it's part of the cinematic world premiere. So it's weird. Is this in-game? It's probably in-engine, but it's got all the textures vamped up to beyond anything could ever render real time. So yeah, it's not that interesting to us. I'm gonna look at it frame by frame to see some cool stuff like this. Return of DedSec. Of course, DedSec was in Watch Dogs 1, now it's returning. I also like the nod to Google Cardboard here. Just, yeah, they're taking a look at real present day kind of things, yeah, of today. It's like Google Cardboard. They probably will see a bunch of other stuff, like the Google Cardboard drones. We already saw those. I'm really hoping we can see more nods to nowadays. Seals. Can I shoot them? That's all I wonder. Right, I think this is the kind of shots that are gonna have a lot of details we might miss easily. It's them tinkering around. We can see like the DedSec office. What's that thing in the background over there? Can't read what it says. You know, this is interesting stuff. You can see DedSec model does other things. Let's see if we can get some angles. More DedSec. Just it's all DedSec logos. There's actually mask blueprint, early design UI. It's also a character we see later in the trailers, and there's some blueprints for guns. Maybe blueprints could become a collectible of some sort, and if you collect blueprints you can craft new weapons and stuff. That would be pretty cool. Now this is probably interesting. This might be like a mission of some sort later on in the game. Of course this is a cinematic trailer still, but you got your what was that thing called again? Jumper car or something? Guards with flashlights. Of course this is a dark area, so they might not actually see the car in here. I could live with that, but of course if it gets hit by the flashlight, it will get spotted. That could actually be a pretty interesting mission. I'm curious. Also, I just noticed C2S 2.0. They did upgrade C2S, so maybe stuff will be different after all. That's gonna be cool. Also a nice way to justify having a new layout and a GUI on all the C2S things. Not anything much here, I don't think. We can see stuff on Marcus. His income is low, probably. I don't know if that's not much or not. This is all hard to see. Damn. Nothing too interesting here. Oh wait, for a frame we could see some stuff. 22.3% calorie intake from fast food. That's pretty funny. What's that doing there? Ah, no, cool little nods. I like that. Alright, so earlier in the video, or well, actually they're going to still say that when they're going to talk about the character for the first time, but they said that he was being prosecuted for a crime he didn't commit, and here is deleting his profile database. So that's probably going to be a point in the story where he is going to be deleting his entire profile, so he is basically nobody at that point. He doesn't exist anymore, and that's how he probably doesn't go to jail. It's probably a big point in the story there. No longer monitored, so he's free. And then everyone's like, hell yeah, welcome to DedSec. Boom. DedSec stuff. Party like animals. Literally, because they have horse masks. And then the fun starts, and they're doing a bunch of stuff. Mirror's Edge, you know. Alright, so earlier in the trailer, we saw a room, a database that was CTOS 2.0. Now this one is Titus. It's a different company. That's probably really going to have a major plot point. Where they said San Francisco is going to be the city where multiple big electronical companies was located. So we might actually be able to hack into multiple companies. CTOS, Titus. They showed some other ones. I think like Nude something. I didn't really read up on the name yet. That's gonna be cool. We're gonna get a read on a newspaper. DedSec, Anatomy of a Menace. For the last 3 weeks, DedSec has been bullying Silicon Valley's top tech companies with threats of accusing all in the name of one's taking their own glory. Yeah, pretty much. DedSec is gonna gain a lot of notoriety in this game, I think, and that's gonna be interesting for the story. Wait. What was that? Oh wait, it's a guy on a motorcycle pressing a button. Okay, for a moment I thought this was like a spider robot. I really do hope that Digital Trips will be making a return, because I really enjoyed Spider Robot. The other ones were pretty good as well, but mainly Spider Robot. Doesn't seem like it though. They haven't shown any of that, but they might still do that. I'm hoping so. Digital Trips were awesome. Over here you can kind of see an image of DedSec spreading bad advertisement on this company. So yeah, just more of that, them doing good stuff pretty much. Yeah, you can see a lot of that actually over here. Look, Bloom, dead stuff. And there's another company probably. So yeah, they're just taking matters into their own hand, and they're just ruining these companies, which is pretty cool. And on DedSec, that is awesome looking. Alright, now we're getting a bunch of talking. However, we do see gameplay. However, this is them showing off the world. As I'm not from San Francisco, I can't really do a big comparison to the real city, because I don't know the real city. Never been there. So I'll just kind of slowly skim through this. The seals look awesome. I don't think they're gonna have a major role in the game, but you know. And of course here you can see just characters reacting to each other and things like that, which is really great. I kind of bashed on it that there's already a lot of games doing that, and Watch Dogs 1 should have had that more. It did have some of that, like there would be street performers and people would be listening to them, but it didn't have that much. And I think it's gonna be awesome to see a more realistic and expansive world. Alright, so here you can see the three main companies. Of course we have Bloom, which controls CTOS. You have Invite, and Noodle. That's what their name was, not Nude. So yeah, those are probably three main targets. We also saw the other company. I might put up a screen of that right now. Already forgot the name of that one. Moving on now though. Oh, here it is, Titus. And then you have the other gangs, which are going to be fighting for the underground, which is also going to be interesting. And then we have the other hackers, but there's not much to see in this screeny. You have this weird looking dude, but I don't see much of interest. Oh my god. Is that what I think it is? Right, here's something you may have wanted to read. Do you wish to log out of society? Okay. Boom. Oh. So that's probably something he did. That's probably signing up to become part of DedSec. If I'd have to guess, that's what it would be. I think so. And yeah, here you can see once again, people are just kind of doing their thing. You're just walking around. No one's really paying attention to you. They're just doing their own thing. And now you can see some different kinds of skins. You can probably customize that bag. Might actually change as you gain like upgrades. Like if you increase a certain capacity, you might get a different bag, which would be pretty cool. I would like to see that. Or it might mean that you can customize the character in more ways than you could in Watch Dogs 1. Of course, in Watch Dogs 1 you could just select a certain skin and it would change the entire outfit. Maybe now you can actually change your bag, your hat, your bandana, your coat, your pants, your phone maybe even. You could over here see right now he has an orange glowing phone. Maybe you can actually change the color of that, which would be pretty sweet, kind of like in Fallout. I'm setting high expectations, but who knows? So this might be actually game footage. You can see at this point not 237 modules currently loaded, 745 followers currently active, 0 agents active. So this is very early on when DedSec is not that big yet, and it's probably going to grow throughout the game. You're going to have more impact on the world, and you're probably going to be able to do more. Maybe you will actually get some kind of system as in Assassin's Creed, where as you gain more control over areas, you can have more companions and you can actually summon them to help you out. I don't think they'll do something like that, but if they do, that could be pretty neat. Over here you can see his little ball thing, which I love. I love that thing. It has like a skull on it or something. So maybe you're actually also going to be able to customize that. I don't think you will. Maybe you can change the color of it a bit, but I mean, it's a thing that will be swooping around the screen at incredible speeds, so you're probably never going to see the details on it. So you're probably not going to be able to customize it too much. We can see some of the parkour. It's probably going to be a lot like in Assassin's Creed. Although it might work different, they're talking about chaining moves together, so I'm not sure how it's gonna work out, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna feel great. It looks to be fluid and awesome. And over here you can see this guy actually tackling a guy from over there. I think that's gonna be a sort of attack or takedown you could do on an enemy, which would be pretty sweet as well. So yeah, you can see kind of the combat. Melee combat I'm really happy with though. It was one of the many complaints that the game got, and it's sort of looking good. I'm happy that we didn't just go with fists and gun melee. It looks like they actually just added a cool weapon that suits with the character, and I'm really glad that they did. What the fuck? Over here they're talking a lot about, yeah, we like hackers, this is hackers, that hackers. I mean, I'm not a hacker, I don't know hackers. I doubt that the game developers know everything about hackers and how hackers do and act. I mean, who knows? They might actually be pretty close. I don't know anything about hacking, so I won't judge them on anything of that. There's so much fuck on screen. I really don't get why in the very end of the trailer they had to censor the one fuck.
Solely for out with the system.
Hey look, it's that mask that early on in the trailer we saw the blueprint of. And here they're talking about him actually being a different character, a more violent guy. He might be a companion in some of the missions. That would be pretty cool. Going shooting with him. It is actually the guy they showed in the trailer quite a couple of times. The guy with the weird outfit that they really liked to show. You can see over here in this shot, you can see the same mask on that guy as well. And now we're getting into the gameplay, which is going to allow us to take a bit of a look at the layout in the HUD, which there isn't much of. You can see we have a mini-map which looks like a phone, which is pretty cool, and you can see that you have the battery the same as in Watch Dogs 1, except that it seems that you have a lot more of it, which makes sense since there are so many more options for hacking. You don't want to run out of them, and I think it's good to have a healthy supply of battery. I still think having battery as a thing needed to hack is weird, but whatever. Now I wonder what that is. Probably a criminal running away from someone. That's pretty cool. It's a nice symbol to show you where stuff is going down. This is where the helicopter made the same noises in Watch Dogs 1. I don't know what kind of noise that is. I've never heard a helicopter make a noise like that, but of course here we can see car crashes. I'm pretty sure that this is not completely how those physics would have worked if that car would have rammed into that car. It probably wouldn't continue on like that, and it would just crash into the car, but whatever. Now we can see a lot of other things as well. We can see the hackable cars, other things, but not much. What's that on the map over there? Is that some sort of objective? ATM? It kind of is shaped like a battery. Who knows what it is? It's hard to tell. There's something I want to see here is look at that mirroring of the car in the water. That's some pretty freaking amazing graphics if you ask me. Jesus Christ. However, as you can see, as the car falls into the water physics that Watch Dogs has seem to have been removed quite a bit, so they did give up on some aspects of the graphics to make place for others. But I mean, the game looks freaking amazing. I hope my computer is able to run it at a decent high settings, because my computer was made to run Watch Dogs 1 at the highest graphics with a decent frame rate. I can actually run the graphics mod at a decent frame rate. I hope I can run Watch Dogs 2 at a decent frame rate. That's gonna be freaking awesome if I can. And we got another look at the DedSec office, and you can see it's a lot of graffiti just there. Their interpretation of internet culture. It's kind of funny to see that. I do still wonder how this is going to play out. Like, how easy is it going to be to just take control of another car without it getting confusing? Like, oh, why am I controlling this car out of a sudden? Why am I not controlling my character? I hope they really have that nailed down, how well that's going to be controlled, because it should be really good. Now we're going to be able to see more of the hacking, and we can see more of the interface. Of course, over here we have a couple of other buttons. Don't know what they all mean though. You can all speculate about that. What I do like is that there's a clock here. That's something else I noticed. Also, lots of shops closer to each other. And Watch Dogs 1 you actually had to really drive pretty far to find a shop. It looks like they're going to be more accessible now, which might also tie in with the fact there's going to be more customization, so there's going to be more things to buy. So more shops would make sense for that as well. So I really hope that's going to be the case. Now, the timer is also going to be interesting. I hope, at the same time do and do not hope that there's going to be like a real immersive world, like, oh, shops close at this time, shops open at this time, these sorts of events take place around this time. You can really go into depth with that. Like Grand Theft Auto has that, but Grand Theft Auto 5 has that a lot, whereas in Grand Theft Auto 5 you don't actually have a clock, you don't know what time it is. It's just like, oh, it's nighttime now, I can't do this certain thing that I want to do because the shop's closed or whatever. Whereas now you're actually going to be able to tell what time it is, so it might actually make more sense to do something like that. Also, ice cream truck. That's pretty cool. Could probably hack that to make a noise or something. And you can see he just initiated a hack over here, and you can see the power go down. That was a hack that cost 2, which was a distraction. I wonder if there's actually, like, I mean, a distraction like that shouldn't be the most expensive thing. So I wonder if it actually is if that might be the cheapest thing, and if it would cost 2 for the cheapest thing, that's actually pretty expensive in my opinion. So that might play out to be quite annoying. And why would you have a 2 if it only is going to cost 1? Or you might be able to upgrade it so that it would cost less to do that certain thing, which could also become interesting. I think they're probably going to expand on the skill tree. Watch Dogs 1 had a pretty expensive skill tree, and they're probably going to do something similar to that. I'm curious to see what they will come up with. Okay, so right now we're getting some combat, and you can see that the actual situation changes according to combat. Now the guy he is looking directly at is actually not on the minimap. I don't know why. That guy seems to be that guy, This guy is not on the minimap. Is he dead already? No, I don't think he is. No, he's not. So, oh, now he is. He disappeared off of the minimap when he got out of cover. That is pretty interesting. I wonder why that is. Now we can also see this, which is his melee attack. Why does it have that? I don't know what those are. Those could become stars. Your wanted level. Oh, I think the wanted level in Watch Dogs 1 was also featured underneath the minimap, so that's a very good possibility. Of course, over here you got your mouse to switch weapons, it seems. You got your ammo. All in all, pretty good system. I do hope that this is your wanted level. Because it's next to the melee thing, it might actually be like how many melee attacks you can pull off. I don't hope that's the case, because I want to just be able to bash at people whenever I want. I don't want to actually have to collect those ball things. That would suck. Here we have a look at stealth. You can see you have some of your gadgets and gears. You don't have your melee thing. And you have your objective, which is that guy. Pretty cool. So it does look like the minimap icon or layout really does change where depending on the situation. So when you're in combat, it shows you all things necessary for combat. When you're in stealth, it shows you all things necessary for stealth. So that is pretty neat. That means that there won't be an overload of information on your screen at all times, which could be nice. Just a nice clean GUI. Hopefully it won't be too confusing. Hopefully I won't be missing information when I need it, because that could also become a problem. Right now we can see all the things full. So yes, it is probably his wanted level. He's currently wanted, and he's got all wanted levels on. He's being chased by helicopters, heavy armored guys. That does fit in with a full wanted level indeed. So it seems like that's going to be playing out as pretty much any game really, just like Watch Dogs 1 as well. So yeah, over here you can see he's a DedSec member with a lot of followers. I don't know if that's probably your rank in online, I would believe. That's my best guess of that. Now I'm still hoping you can also find non-DedSec members. That would be great, but whatever. Playing together doesn't show much other things. Just here's some more combat / stealthy kind of layout. You can see some of your gears. That's some of your gadgets, I guess. You can see jumping jacks. Why are those there? What are you doing? And San Francisco. Now we can look at the camera mode. Still California vibe. Put on filters. Gestures, you can change the gesture. That's pretty cool. I don't think you can do that in a lot of games. So yeah, they're just taking inspiration from other games and they're expanding on them, which is pretty cool. Curious to see what other things there might be, because they're probably not showing everything. Like, this is the first time they announced the game. Well, I mean, it's been leaked, but this is the first time they actually announced anything really. So I'm hoping the game can still surprise me, and they're not throwing everything in our faces. I mean, they're showing quite a lot already for a first announcement. You can interact with the dogs and stuff. You can do a lot of stuff, and I'm really curious and I'm really excited, mainly. Oh! Look at that shit! Look at that shit! You see those fences? I've never seen a game in which this shit, boom, it breaks those fences. I've never seen that happen before.
Player.
Watch Dogs had a pretty freaking destructible environment, but never have I seen those sorts of fences be destroyed so easily. So yeah, hey, look at it again with the fuck yous. Why does this one guy have to be censored? And now all of these images don't seem to be. What does this say though? These things all seem to be saying some interesting stuff, actually. Let's see, transition. Wait, let's go back. JS log LP nut? Huh. Peanut. I don't know. 2THFFX QOPU? Don't think. I think it's kind of gibberish mainly. TMPP MQOPU. Nope. Unquanproof. No? No, I don't think I'm gonna find anything. 5 VDRR Rosker. No. 1UP SS Protrux. Toasty. Toasty. I'll kind of just skim through these. If you want to see them for yourselves, you can pause. I don't think they showcase anything really. It's just slowly going towards the date. Not really showing anything. Lots. It's not showing a lot. Yeah, well, it did show a lot, but whatever. Boom, there's your date. And demos at free, and that's about it. So that's my in-depth analysis. That was 40 minutes for me. Oh god, what have I done? I hope I can cut this down. I'll probably make 2 videos out of these, so if you haven't actually watched my normal analysis, you could. Link will be on screen or whatever.